I happen to have a 3-sponge cleaning system. This was taught to me by my mom, who preferred to use our dishwasher as storage. You might know that from your own family, depending on what kind of household you live in. Anyways, dishwasher was never turned on, which is why, to the bane of my, how would I say this? I wasn't very pleased as a teenager when my mom was like, wash the fucking dishes. I'm like, no, I don't wanna. Like, let's use the dishwasher. And she's like, we don't use the storage that way. And anyways, I learned this 3-sponge system from my mom and have been using it ever since. Jamie Lee, what is a 3-sponge system? Well, it's basically what keeps you from using just one sponge for everything, i.e. it's a little bit more hygienic than it could be. I have 3 sponges, and they are in the order of for super clean things, for mildly clean, and then for the dirty pans and stuff. And I work backwards. Either I have a dirty pan, and I only use the sponge for pan. I have a 4th sponge. I've also got a nifty metal sponge. All right. Ta-da! This is the metal sponge of which I'm talking about. Those are fucking awesome. Highly recommend. Anyways, for pans, dirty stuff. First I use the metal sponge and then the sponge number 3. And that remains for pans and stuff. Okay, now we have the first 2 sponges. Sponge 1 and sponge 2. The super clean one and the mildly one. Typically when I have, let's say, a plate, some forks that were just used and there's like oils and food rests, whatever you have on your silverware. I do a first scrub with that, wash it off. Great. Now this plate, this fork, whatever you've got in your hand is technically clean. It looks clean. However, I know only the oils and that first layer of stuff has been removed. Now I really want to make sure it's clean. And so I take sponge number 1, the sponge that is typically just for the final wash, and go over it with that. Sponge number 1 does have another, does get used on its own without sponge number 2. I know, I hope this is not confusing. I'm just going to trust that you are following me. Sponge number 1, the cleanest sponge, can also just be used for cleaning cups. Like I had water in this cup, pretty much just where my lips were at. Cool, nothing too crazy. I washed the whole cup with sponge number 1. Did I have a knife and it didn't get dirty? I still want it clean. Sponge number 1, boom. Yeah. And that is simply how I do it. I have a sponge system. I've got 4 sponges. Super clean, kind of clean, pots and pans, and then my metal sponge that just does the heavy duty pre-game kind of cleaning. Yeah, how do you do it? And if you haven't done it like this and have only been using 1 sponge and something in use is saying like, we gotta change this. Ta-da! Welcome to my system, inherited by my mommy. And otherwise, if you do prefer just using 1 sponge for everything, that's on you. Go for it, do your thing. Just don't invite me over. Anyways, thank you for joining. This is how I clean.